Bienvenidos a Pasos de Éxito con Ana Cristina Martínez. Toda la información que necesitas para ingresar a las mejores universidades de Estados Unidos, siendo mexicano o de alguna otra nacionalidad. Bienvenidos.
Muy buenos días a todos nuestros queridos radioescuchas. Ustedes están sintonizando XHGTS 107.3. Mi nombre es Ana Cristina Martínez y esto es Pasos de Éxito. Pues tenemos un programa muy esperado por mí, porque este verano, como ustedes me han visto en las redes sociales, he estado viajando a diferentes universidades por el estado de Texas y esta vez escogimos el corredor de la 35, de la carretera 35. Hicimos varias paradas en San Antonio, fue Incarnate Word, fue St. Mary's, fue Trinity y después continuamos a la segunda parada, Texas State, y luego continuamos a Baylor. Entonces, esta semana estuvimos en Texas A&M College Station. Pues, universidades maravillosas, qué bárbaro, maravillosas. Sin embargo, el programa de hoy es sobre Texas State University. Y Texas State fue la segunda ciudad que visitamos en la ciudad de San Marcos. Es una pequeña ciudad bueno, ya no está tan pequeña, hace tiempo sí era pequeña, pero ahorita ya está muy grande. Es una ciudad entre San Antonio y la ciudad de Austin. Y la universidad se llama Texas State University. Hace mucho tiempo tenía otro nombre, pero lo cambiaron. Pero es la misma universidad con mucho más carreras, más estudiantes. Son aproximadamente como 24,000 estudiantes. Tiene un índice de que los aceptan muy alto, o sea, más o menos como el 55% o 60%. Si ustedes solicitan entrar, lo más probable es que sean aceptados. Y esta universidad es muy orientada a los estudiantes. Y de hecho, todo está orientado a los estudiantes. En el tiempo que estuvimos ahí de visita, les puedo yo garantizar que tiene el mejor customer service de cualquier universidad que visitamos. Y les menciono esto porque ustedes pueden visitar la universidad, ¿sí? Ustedes van a la página de Texas State University y en la página principal van a encontrar visits, ¿sí? Visitas. Y cuando ustedes entran a esas visitas, ustedes pueden escoger el día y la hora a la cual quieren visitar la universidad. Si ustedes van a ir en persona, entonces yo les recomiendo que pueden irse un día antes o pueden irse ese día en la mañana y tienen hasta su propio estacionamiento a unos pasos del edificio de admisiones. Y cuando estén dentro de admisiones, la primera persona que los va a recibir es el director de admisiones de la universidad. Entonces van a estar hablando con la persona más importante en admisiones. Entonces esto es parte de la primer etapa que ustedes deben de ir ya haciendo si su idea es visitar o ir a esa universidad. Por ejemplo, los estudiantes que están en 10 y que van a pasar a 11, o los estudiantes que de 11 van a pasar a 12, ya deben de estar yendo a visitar las universidades. Entonces, si ustedes no pueden ir, entonces vayan a la página de Texas State University en internet y vayan a donde dice admissions, ¿sí? Admisiones. Y ahí tienen ustedes la información de las visitas, ¿sí? Las visitas guiadas. Y pueden ser virtual o pueden ser visitas que lo hacen por medio de la computadora, por medio o sea, son virtuales. Es en su teléfono, en su computadora, y hacen estas visitas virtuales. Pero si no, ustedes pueden ir, ¿sí? Y seleccionan el día, la hora y a la que ustedes quieren visitar esta universidad. Y pues nosotros siempre pensamos o tenemos entendido que la universidad es un lugar para irte a preparar profesionalmente y para ir a escoger la carrera de tus sueños. Y esta universidad tiene eso, tiene más de 100 carreras disponibles y tiene más de 100 programas de maestrías. Aparte es División 1 en NCAA. Entonces ustedes tienen mucha oportunidad de poder crecer, no nada más profesionalmente, pero también como atletas, como profesionistas. Si quieren crecer en el área de las maestrías, doctorados, que les llaman graduate programs, adelante. Creo que es el mejor momento de su vida. Hoy en día que gradúan tan jovencitos de la universidad, porque adelantan clases en un early college, o adelantan clases de universitarias y terminan muy jovencitos, 21, 22 años, no se queden con una carrera nada más, adelanten y hagan una maestría, especialícense en algo. Y hoy en día, así es, son los requisitos, o sea, esos son los requisitos de casi todas las compañías que ya tengan maestría. Y hay algunos estudiantes que se adelantan y hacen hasta doctorados. Eso es importante porque es parte de un gremio muy selecto, ¿sí? Muy selecto, porque no muchos tienen doctorados. Entonces, bueno, esta es Texas State University y tenemos ahora sí que una forma de interactuar más cercana con la universidad. Este año van a regresar ya los estudiantes, este periodo de lo que le llaman Fall 2021, ¿sí? El semestre de otoño, van a regresar. Sin embargo, ustedes tienen que tener el conocimiento de que al regresar, pues tienen que estar todos pendientes, ¿verdad? Y mantener su sana distancia y saber bien que deben de utilizar sus máscaras y mascarillas, y tienen que tener todo el proceso, ¿verdad? Que de su sana distancia para poder continuar estudiando. Texas State University tiene un plantel y unas bibliotecas y un campus hermoso. Así que vayan a visitarlo y den por ustedes mismos, dense cuenta de que sí es lo que ustedes quieren, porque es la única forma de saber, estoy aquí, estoy pisando esta escuela, me gusta la vibra, me gusta cómo me atendieron. Entonces de ahí parte, eso es lo que se trata. Pero bueno, mi idea esta mañana es de que ustedes escuchen de viva voz a la consejera de admisiones, Ana Hernández, y ella les va a dar los datos necesarios, o sea, punto por punto, todo lo necesario para que ustedes entren a la Universidad de Texas State. Y cuáles son los requisitos que ellos tienen, para que ustedes no se sientan perdidos. Y si ustedes todavía sí se sienten perdidos, mándenme un mensaje por inbox en Facebook, ¿sí? O por Instagram en Pasos de Éxito, y con mucho gusto yo los puedo ayudar. No es un proceso difícil, pero sí es un proceso de muchas cosas que tienen que tener en mente. Y bueno, hace rato mencioné que el acceptance rate, o sea, lo que es el porcentaje de estudiantes que son admitidos, les dije que era como un 50%, pero no, es un 80%. Entonces, para que ustedes tengan la confianza de que pueden entrar a esta universidad. Y les dije que eran 24 mil, pero no, son 34,000. O sea, tienen 10,000 estudiantes más que UTSA y 10,000 estudiantes menos que UT Austin. Y bueno, como 20,000 menos que Texas A&M College Station. Pero bueno, esto es un campus más pegadito, todo está más cercano, y creo que les va a gustar muchísimo. Queridos radioescuchas, no se vayan. Vamos a regresar con Ana Hernández y nuestra entrevista con la consejera de admisiones de Texas State University. No se vayan, tenemos más estos pasos de éxito y ustedes están sintonizando XHGTS 107.3. Muy buenos días a todos nuestros queridos radioescuchas. Ustedes están sintonizando 107.3 XHGTS. Mi nombre es Ana Cristina Martínez y esto es Pasos de Éxito. Pues en este segundo segmento tenemos, como les prometía, una excelente persona que dirige, aconseja, motiva, proporciona ayuda a estudiantes que quieren ir a la Universidad de Texas State University en la ciudad de San Marcos, Texas. Les voy a decir algo. Antes de comenzar esta entrevista, quiero que sepan que Texas State University es una de las universidades con mejor customer service. Tienen una asistencia para los estudiantes, para los padres de familia, para los que vamos de acompañantes, que ustedes de verdad no pueden encontrar en ninguna otra universidad. Y les digo porque yo ya visité, nada más este verano, visitamos más de 7. Entonces, es una excelente universidad en un hermoso campus, al lado de un hermoso río, muy cerca de San Antonio, muy cerca de Austin, Texas. Y tenemos esta mañana para darnos toda esta información a la consejera de admisiones, Ana Hernández. Good morning, Ana.
Hi, good morning, Laredo, Texas. Thank you for having me.
Well, it's a pleasure having you in our show, in our radio show. Pasos de Éxito, it's been in the air for almost 6 years, and we talk about education. We talk about, admission process. What is it that is required for students to be admitted, to have scholarships, be the ideal candidate for any university. So thank you so much for accepting our invitation. And now, probably everybody it's very, they want to know, curious. They want to know how can they be part of Texas State University in San Marcos, Texas.
Yeah, of course. That's a great question. So there's actually 2 ways that our students join us here to become Bobcats. Obviously, the more traditional way is as an incoming freshman student. So once the student graduates from high school, they apply as a freshman student and they're admitted through their high school credentials. The second way is as a transfer student. So students that graduate from high school go to a community college for maybe 1-2 years, and then they decide that they want to transfer and attend Texas State University. The application process is really, really simple, and as an admissions counselor, it is my job to help students through that process and make sure that they send in everything that we need in order to get them admitted and get them to San Marcos.
And is it important for every student to prepare during his high school years to be admitted to Texas State University?
Yes, it is so important for students to really focus on their grades and make sure that they keep up with their studies while in high school. Also being involved. One of the main things that I tell my students is to be involved, whether it's doing community service or being part of a student club in your high school. That's also really important. When it comes to us reviewing the student's application, we're really going to be looking at how many A's did you get, how many B's, how many C's, did you have a difficult year? So the better that your grades are, the easier the process is to be admitted. So always keep up with your studies, do your homework, and keep up your grades.
And it is important. The academics is extremely important to be admitted into any university. Mm-hmm. But what about the leadership, Ana? Are you looking for leaders? Are you looking for students that make a difference?
Yeah, so we're definitely looking for students that are able to impact their communities. Here at Texas State, we are very in touch and very connected with our community of San Marcos, and we have multiple initiatives that we do throughout the entire year, being connected with the community, getting our students internships being able to have our students network with different companies and different alumni and other students that are in their same field. So students that aren't afraid to get out there and be impressionable, to have their own opinions, to have their own voice, to share their own creativeness with us, with, the world. Those are definitely students that we want attending here at Texas State that can really make a difference, or just looking to be guided in order to make a difference.
And the admission process, it's the first step that every student is, working right now, because it will Apply Texas, open July the 1st, but until until August the 1st, that's when they're going to be able to see the fall 2022. Now, every student must have, what is it that they need to have ready, Anna, for August the 1st?
Yeah, that's a great question. So whenever our application opens up on October, on August 1st, the student is going to want to make sure that they submit their application on Apply Texas, of course. They're also going to want to make sure to speak with their high school counselor. So when school starts back up, they want to connect with their high school counselor so they can have their high school transcript submitted to us. So your high school counselor is going to be able to help guide you on how to go about doing that. At this point in time, we are having those ACT and SAT scores be optional. So if the student does want to take the SAT or ACT score, they are more than welcome to, but it is not required in order to receive admission. It is optional at this point. There's also a $75 application fee that comes along with the application. There are fee waivers available to students who qualify for them. So if a student wants to inquire about using a fee waiver, they should, again, get with their high school counselor, and their high school counselor will be able to tell them what the different options are for those fee waivers, because we do have a lot of fee waivers available for students to not have to pay that application fee.
Oh, that's an excellent news. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of students that do not know, or parents that do not know that SAT scores and ACT scores, which are the admission exams, are optional. Mm-hmm. Many people do not know this. Yeah. They have been optional for the past year and a half, I believe. And moving forward, I'm not sure if it's going to be a permanent change, but as of right now, we are not requiring students to do that. Students will go through what we call the holistic review process. And what the holistic review process looks like is whenever we receive the student's application and we see their high school transcript, we will take multiple things into consideration when making an admissions decision. So we're going to be looking at the student's GPA, their rank, what classes they've taken, if they've taken any AP classes, pre-AP, dual credit, anything like that. Also, really important, like I mentioned earlier, the grades that they got in those classes that they took. Also, any extracurricular activities they might have been involved in, leadership positions they might have had, work experience. So if the student had to work while they were in high school, because as we all know, there are some students that do choose to work or have to work in high school, that kind of keeps them from being able to be involved with different clubs and organizations. So we do take everything into consideration when making an admissions decision, and that is the holistic review process, and that's how we have been admitting our students. The holistic process. That's very interesting, because many parents and many students do not understand this process, which takes place when they're freshmen in high school. That's when they start. They start, becoming part of clubs, organizations, doing extracurricular activities, community service, excellent grades, maybe, athletics, or maybe cheerleading, band. Those are academics, UIL academics. So those are things that must be part of a holistic process. and that is something that all of you will be looking very closely. So the students, or you select the best students for Texas State University.
Yes, correct. So we're taking a look at all of those things together. Definitely as soon as the student starts high school, that is when their college, essentially their college resume or their college application starts, right? Like they are going to be involved. You got to make sure that you're making good grades from the moment you enter high school all the way until you graduate. And whenever we are looking at a student's application, we are taking into consideration how long they've been involved in these different organizations, how many years they went having straight A's or A's and B's. We also do take into consideration if a student did have a hard year, given that 2020 was such a difficult year for so many of our students, and COVID impacted so many of our students' education in many different ways. We do take into consideration if a student has had a difficult year, and that's why I also recommend students to complete an application essay if they have the time to. Because in the essay, you are able to explain to us if you did have a difficult year, or, if you had a semester where you made a lot of C's and a lot of D's, but it was because you had to work right after you got home from school, or because you had a family situation or something just happened. So we definitely take the aspects of the student's life into consideration, and we want them to be as open and transparent with us in the application process as possible.
Wow. Well, that's something that it's a highlight in this interview, that the essay, because there's a lot of students that do not know how important it is to write a strong essay. And you will be accepting only topic A for Apply Texas?
So we encourage topic A. That is the one that we would prefer students complete. Of course, we don't have a requirement on which topic they choose. They're more than welcome to submit whichever one, but we always highly recommend topic A. And then being the admissions counselor for the Laredo area, once school starts back up again, I will be hosting events where we'll be workshopping essays, and we'll be talking about what the best ways are to write an essay and what type of things you would want to include in an essay, and kind of the organization of an essay, so students have the opportunity to write a really well-written essay that they'll submit, not just to Texas State, but of course whatever institution they're wanting to do. I definitely just want to make sure that the students have the information that they need in order to write out what they're wanting to share with their admissions counselor.
And Anna, since we're here at the border, and there are many students on the Mexican side in Nuevo Laredo interested in attending your school, how is it that an international student can apply to Texas State University?
Yeah, so the application process for our international students is going to be a little bit different than our regular freshman students, but they also have the option of either coming in as a freshman student or coming in as a transfer student. Some of the things that make the transfer application, the international application a little different is going to be, one, the student would have to have a visa. So if they are a non-Texas resident, they would have to have a student visa in order to attend Texas State. And then they would also have to take a English language proficiency exam. This is to assure that they'll be able to be successful in the classes that they take here at Texas State. Since their majority of their classes will be in English, we want to ensure their success on that level. So they'll be required to take either the TOEFL exam or some other sort of English proficiency exam in order to receive admission as an international student. They'll also submit their application on Apply Texas, just like all the other students. They'll also have an application fee as well. And then as a transfer student, they will also be required to send in a college transcript from whatever institution they had attended previously coming to Texas State.
Oh, excellent. Okay. So it is a possibility for every student, because a lot of students, they have dreams, big dreams, and they want to attend a university here in Texas. And the students that live in Mexico, and maybe are Mexican citizens, or maybe they are U.S. citizens, but they live on the Mexican side. So is there a possibility that they can get a scholarship to go to Texas State University?
Yeah, that's a great question. So if there are students that are living in Mexico, but they are U.S. citizens, they would definitely be eligible for our scholarships. There are scholarships that we offer students, freshman students specifically, and if you're wanting to come as a freshman student, there are a lot more opportunities for scholarships. We do have what we call our assured scholarships. Our assured scholarships are automatically awarded to students who qualify for them. So if students are in the top 35% of their graduating class, they're automatically placed into review for these scholarships. And a student can earn up to $48,000 in scholarships awarded by Texas State. And these are recurring scholarships. So the student would be getting this money every single year for all 4 years that they attend Texas State.
Wow.
As of right now, the student can submit SAT scores and be eligible for the scholarship based off of SAT scores, but we also have a holistic review process for those scholarships as well. So the student isn't excluded from being considered just because they didn't take the SAT or ACT. We will also holistically review them, and at that point, we're counting how many A's did you get, how many B's, and making our decision over that. In this past year, Texas State we have increased our scholarship fund money by almost $1 million. So many of our students were able to receive scholarships this past year, which is an amazing opportunity that we were able to offer our students.
Oh, wow. Well, absolutely nothing is impossible. And Texas State is giving the best opportunity for students to make their dreams come true, and also, advance and get scholarships, be part of you are Bobcats, right?
Yes. So I'm actually a Texas State alum. So I went to Texas State, which is probably why I love it so much, and I can't stop saying enough good things about Texas State. It's because I was also a student here, and also being a Latina student at Texas State, I definitely found an amazing support system, and I definitely found myself having so many more opportunities than I ever thought that I could ever possibly have by just gaining an education here at Texas State. Being a student, I was able to work on campus for a little bit in some different departments. I gained so much knowledge, and I had so many amazing professors that truly believed in me and truly believed in the leadership skills that I had, that I was able to, once I graduated, start working for the university. So this is what I do now, and I love sharing my story with students, and I love sharing all the amazing opportunities that Texas State has to offer students, because it all takes one person to really believe in you and really show you how much potential you have. And here at Texas State, we have so many people that know your potential and that see your potential and will do absolutely everything that they can to help you reach your career goals, your professional goals, every goal that you have set for yourself.
And how many majors are there available at Texas State?
We have so many. We have over 100 undergraduate degree programs that students can choose from. Some of our more popular ones are our business programs. So we do have an accredited business school called the McCoy College of Business. So we have all of your business majors. We also have a really popular engineering program where we have 4 majors under engineering. We also have an amazing nursing program. Many of our students attend Texas State for our nursing program, which is awesome as well. And then, we have all of the liberal arts majors like history, political science, public administration, physical therapy, everything that a student can possibly be interested in.
That's one of the, like I mentioned at the beginning, one of the best universities that I visit this summer. And you are also NCAA Division I, right?
Mm-hmm.
For those students interested in athletics?
Yes. So we are an NCAA Division I school. We do have 16 different sports teams that compete in the Sun Belt Conference. So definitely we are a university for students that are wanting to stay active as well as academics. We also, in addition to our Division I sports teams, we have sports clubs, which are just as competitive. So they're a little lower than our Division I sports teams, but they still go on competitions, they go on tournaments. You can also receive scholarships potentially for being in a sports club. We also have intramural sports as well that are hosted through our campus rec, which is our campus recreational center. So if you're wanting to maybe create a volleyball team with all of your friends, you're more than welcome to do that too. And then we even have Quidditch. I don't know if there's any Harry Potter fans out there that know about Harry Potter, but we have Quidditch, which just kind of goes to show that we have something for everybody.
That's so cute. And I'm sure you also have anime clubs and
yes.
those awesome things that a lot of students like.
Yes, we actually have over 400 student organizations, so definitely something for everybody. And one of the things that we really pride ourselves in is if a student comes to Texas State and they're not able to find something that interests them within the 400 student organizations that we have, they're always more than welcome to create their own student organization. So our students have definitely taken advantage of that, and that is why we have over 400 of them. But they are always more than welcome to either join a club or create a club too.
It's so interesting because while we were touring the campus, there is the student activity area where you can go, you can use the computers, you can use different programs to create art or just to have personalized items, or that's so awesome. That's the only school I've seen that they have those for their students. The only school. We're definitely
we definitely take a lot of pride in being a hands-on campus. We want to provide our students not just with the information that they need to be successful, but we also want to give them opportunities to have hands-on experience and be able to create things and really apply the things that they learn into the real world. So there's definitely a bunch of opportunities for students to create those experiences here.
Yes, there's a lot of opportunities, excellent customer service, excellent, everything, the different buildings, new additions, because we saw some construction going on. So there's a lot of opportunities for every student that would like to become a Bobcat and also be part of that community for Texas State University, which is a very close community. Like everything is very close by, and also the students are very friendly. So it's nice. It's really, really nice. So if there's something else, Anna, that you would like to add for our public, for all the people that are listening to Pasos de Éxito here in Laredo and Nuevo Laredo?
I guess the only thing that I would really want to add and let everybody know is feel free to ask questions. I know I provided a lot of information about Texas State today, but please ask questions if you don't know something or you want to know something. Feel free to reach out to our admissions office or reach out to me, and we're always more than happy to answer your questions. We do understand that there are many students and parents out there that don't know what the college admissions process looks like or what the university would have to offer you and your student, and we definitely want to make sure that you are informed and you have all the information and all the resources that you need in order to make a decision on where to go to college and if Texas State is the right fit for you. So definitely always ask questions. We're always here to help in any way we can.
Anna, thank you so much, and I can reiterate that your school, Texas State University, it's a helping hand for everybody that wants to reach a higher education and wants to do or make their dreams come true. But definitely, you are an awesome university. Awesome. And
thank you
so much for accepting our invitation, Anna. And if there's anything you need that you would like to share with Laredo and also Nuevo Laredo, please let me know. You have an open mic to say whatever you would like
so
to.
Much. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for having me today.
To know or to share with our public, go ahead. We have an open door.
Yes, we will be having more events now that the fall semester is starting back up again. So I'll definitely be popping back in to announce any events that we'll be having going on throughout the fall semester, so everybody can hopefully attend and also hopefully come visit Texas State as well, because like you said, it's a beautiful, amazing campus. I think everybody should come see us at least once.
It is, and it is very easy to book visit. I just went to the website. I went under the menu and it says visits, and just schedule the visit on your most convenient time. And as soon as you get there will be the director for the admission office. He will be doing a presentation for you. You will be meeting the director, and then you start your tour. And everyone's very friendly, smiles, and very courteous. I was even looking for a restroom, and I asked someone, I have no idea where the restroom is. Don't worry, I'll walk you. It was not very close by, and the students decided to help me and walk with me to the restroom. So it was so nice.
So friendly.
So nice. So thank you so much, Ana, once again, and for sharing all this information. And I hope you come back and share more information with Pasos de Éxito.
Yes, of course. It was such a pleasure, and I will definitely be back to share a lot more information about Texas State to our future Bobcats.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And
Thank you.
You can like our page on Facebook, and you can share information from Texas State. You're more than welcome.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Well, queridos Radio Escuchas, muchísimas gracias por este espacio para que ustedes puedan escuchar y puedan aprender y puedan saber y tener información sobre universidades en los Estados Unidos. Esta fue una entrevista con Ana Hernández. Ella es consejera de la Universidad de Texas State University en San Marcos, y pues nos dio mucho gusto haberla tenido en el programa hablando y dándonos información valiosísima para todos ustedes. Queridos Radio Escuchas, no se vayan. Ustedes están escuchando Pasos de Éxito. Estamos por 107.3 XHGTS. Mi nombre es Ana Cristina Martínez. No se vayan. Muy buenos días a todos nuestros queridos radioescuchas. Ustedes sintonizan XHGTS 107.3. Mi nombre es Ana Cristina Martínez y esto es Pasos de Éxito. Casi 6 años al aire, y en estos 6 años hemos aprendido mucho sobre las universidades, hemos aprendido mucho sobre el proceso de admisión, y hemos aprendido que también, como hispanos, somos un grupo muy valioso dentro de todas las universidades. Esta mañana tuvimos en el programa a la consejera de admisiones de Texas State University, y Ana Hernández nos dio con lujo de detalle todas las cosas que son importantes para que un estudiante sea admitido a la Universidad de Texas State University en San Marcos. Y les voy a dar un repaso, ¿sí? de punto por punto de lo que cubrió. Y si ustedes van a entrar a 9, esto es justo el momento que deben de prepararse en 9 para poder ser el mejor candidato a cualquier universidad. Ya lo mencionó, Ms. Hernández lo mencionó y dijo que tal vez los SATs y ACTs un día ya no vayan a ser necesarios. Pero este año, en la generación del 2022 y 2021, no van a requerir el SAT y el ACT. Por lo tanto, ustedes deben de tener ya listo un plan, ¿sí? Es un plan para que puedan ser y convertirse en candidatos de éxito, en los mejores candidatos para cualquier universidad, incluyendo Texas State. Y aquí tienen, fíjense bien, van a necesitar, desde que entren a high school, necesitan integrarse a clubes y organizaciones, necesitan ser parte de UIL Academics, necesitan ser parte tal vez de la banda o de cheerleaders o de las chicas que bailan o de los jóvenes que compiten en UIL Academics. O sea, deben de integrarse. Y ya que están en un club, robótica es otro, ¿sí? One Act Play es otro. O sea, hay muchas cosas que pueden hacer en high school. Y también, sí, es importantísimo, todas las clases deben de tener buenas calificaciones. Un 70 no es buena calificación, un 80 es más o menos, un 90 es buena calificación, eso es bueno, ¿sí? Entonces, luchen por tener 90 y ustedes tienen la capacidad para llegar al 90, así que pónganse a trabajar, que es lo único que necesitan, tener la determinación, be determined, estar determinado a encontrar ese 90 que están buscando. También es importante que ustedes tengan en los veranos, tengan dentro de su resume a lo mejor algún campamento que hayan asistido, sí, de robótica, de debate, a lo mejor estuvieron en un campamento de soccer o de básquet o de natación o de competencias académicas. Entonces, esos campamentos se ven muy bien en su resume. Sí, el resume viene siendo como un currículum. Y luego, también es importante que sirvan a su comunidad, o sea, pónganse a trabajar, pónganse a hacer algo en el verano. No es suficiente estar tirados en la cama viendo la tele o jugando, sí, esos videojuegos. No. Mejor, en lugar de estar jugando videojuegos, inscríbanse a un campamento de verano para crear videojuegos en St. Mary's, sí, o a lo mejor en College Station, para que así ustedes también vayan siendo los creadores, no nada más los que los usan, los usuarios. Bueno, eso puede ser algo para mejorar su resume y pueda crear algo que llame la atención cuando llenan sus solicitudes. También es importante que dentro de sus experiencias tengan servicio a la comunidad, ¿okay? Servicio a la comunidad. Vayan al albergue de los perritos o pueden ustedes ayudar o servir en algún albergue de migrantes, a lo mejor están yendo a trabajar con un abogado o en un consultorio o con un juez, ¿sí? Ustedes encuentran esos internships o en una compañía de ingenieros, o sea, deben ir encontrando esos internships desde que están en high school. Ay, no, me voy a esperar hasta que estén en la universidad. No, ya es muy tarde. Tiene que ser ahorita, sí, que van a entrar a high school o que están en high school. Y algo que mencionó la señorita Hernández es de que en Texas State hay una beca, Archer Scholarship, y inmediatamente cuando llenan su solicitud, ustedes pueden recibir, sí, hasta $48,000, y esto es con la información que otorgaron en el Applied Texas. Por eso es importante ir creando un buen portafolio. ¿No saben cómo crear un buen portafolio? No estén agobiándose. Mándenme un inbox a mi Facebook o mándenme un inbox a Instagram y con mucho gusto yo los puedo ayudar. Si están en 11 y van a pasar a 12, ahorita es el momento de comenzar el proceso del Apply Texas, ¿sí? De la solicitud. Y si no saben cómo hacerle, voy a comenzar un taller que se llama Apply Texas Academy. Vayan a nuestra página de Pasos de Éxito, vean de lo que estoy hablando, hagan preguntas, yo les mando con mucho gusto la información para que no se sientan agobiados, no están solos, con mucho gusto les puedo ayudar. Entre más pronto comiencen el proceso, es mejor, porque así ustedes para el 1 de septiembre ya entregaron Apply Texas, ya se fue la información, ¿sí? Y como para mediados de octubre ya tienen respuesta de las universidades, ¿sí? Si están aceptados o no están aceptados. Y también, si están aceptados, comenzar el proceso para los programas de honores y también para becas presidenciales, si es que no están incluidas en el programa de admisiones, ¿ok? El dinero. Texas State University es una universidad que cuesta como casi $11,000, por lo tanto el dinero es importante. Así que las becas, ¿sí? Las becas ya que estás aceptado, entonces pides, ¿sí? Recibir becas o en cómo te pueden ayudar, aparte de del Archer Scholarship que ofrecen, ¿sí? Entonces, ustedes tienen esa oportunidad. En el campus también pueden trabajar, porque todos los jovencitos que nos atendieron y nos llevaron y eran guías, son estudiantes, y los estudiantes pueden conseguir trabajo dentro del campus, que es un campus enorme. Y también, ¿sí? Pueden conseguir trabajo fuera del campus, porque pues acuérdense que están los outlets ahí en San Marcos y todos tienen mucho trabajo. Así que pues es una oportunidad de que ustedes pueden crecer profesionalmente. No hay excusa de que es que no tengo dinero, no, hay que buscarlo, pero hay que prepararse con tiempo. No hay a la mera hora tratar de encontrar algo que pues igual y no les va a servir mucho, pero ustedes ahorita tienen esa oportunidad y no se sientan agobiados, no sientan que están solos. Mándenme un inbox, Facebook, Instagram, y con mucho gusto yo los puedo ayudar. Pues queridos Radio Escuchas, vimos en este programa, vimos de muy de cerca todo el proceso de admisión para Texas State University. Platicamos con la consejera de reclutamiento, Ana Hernández, donde nos dio mucha información, nos dio detalles que ni yo sabía, así que ustedes tienen ahora esa información que es sumamente valiosa. Y bueno, esperemos continuar trabajando muy de cerca con Texas State University y muy pronto a lo mejor podamos hacer algo juntos y por supuesto que ustedes serán los primeros en saber. Queridos Radio Escuchas, esta fue una semana de mucho trabajo, de mucha información. Sigan ustedes investigando, sigan visitando las universidades virtualmente y si pueden visitarlas en persona, háganlo. Hoy es el momento para que sus hijos se inspiren, vean y tengan una idea de lo que sigue, ¿sí? En esta semana que estuve en College Station, en Texas A&M College Station, en el hotel de Texas A&M, Hotel y Convention Center, estaban familias completas con niños chiquitos, ¿sí? Pasando sus vacaciones y los niños conociendo el campus. Así es como nace la idea de ir a la universidad. Cuando ustedes les platican a sus hijos o los llevan y visiten las universidades que encuentran en Texas. Así que, queridos Radio Escuchas, pues ya saben que Pasos de Éxito es un programa que tenemos ya casi 6 años al aire y dándoles información para poder ir a la universidad, para poder ser admitidos, para poder encontrar becas, para que sepan sobre el Financial Aid. Toda la información la hemos compartido con ustedes y espero que cada vez seamos más y más y más. No se vayan, ya saben que la semana que entra a la misma hora, 10 de la mañana por XHGTS, tenemos otro programa padrísimo planeado para ustedes y que sigamos inspirándonos para ir a la universidad. Mi nombre es Ana Cristina Martínez, ustedes sintonizaron XHGTS 107.3 y esto fue Pasos de Éxito.
Esto fue Pasos de Éxito con Ana Cristina Martínez. No te lo pierdas. Todos los sábados encuentra todos los programas pasados en el canal de YouTube Pasos de Éxito y búscanos en Facebook. Dale like a la página Pasos de Éxito aquí en el 107.3 FM.